So, Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you so much for tuning in for this Bhagavatam session on Thursday evening. So, I can see our Madhu Mataji has joined today. Welcome, Madhu Mataji. And welcome, everyone. So, today we will be discussing chapter 21. Bali Maharaj, Lord Vamandev arrests Bali Maharaj. So that's the title. So we will discuss that chapter today. Okay, so let me do a quick invocation. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharne Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Narayanam Namaskritya Naran Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashta Prayeshva Badreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtuki. So Hare Krishna. So in the previous chapter, so that's chapter 20, Bali Maharaj surrenders the universe. In chapter 19, Shukracharya, spiritual master of Bali Maharaj, advised him not to give the 3 paces of land in charity to Vamandev, and the voice is not clear. Okay, is it better now? Any better? Can someone inform me? Is
Yes,
right?
clear.
Yeah.
It's better now. Thank you. So in chapter 19, Bali Maharaj's spiritual master, Shukracharya, advised Bali Maharaj not to give 3 paces of land in charity to Vamandev, and actually advised him to break his promise. And he had given several reasons, 9 reasons, why he should not be giving charity to Vamandev. He had also disclosed the identity of Vamandev. Till that point, Bali Maharaj didn't know who Vamandev was. And not knowingly, Bali Maharaj had agreed to give 3 paces of land in charity to Vamandev. But Shukracharya, his spiritual master, disclosed the identity of Vamandev and advised his disciple Bali Maharaj to not to give in charity. And there were several, Vedic injunctions he quoted that when one in danger, when one is going to lose one's life, so one can break promise, and that time you will not incur any a sin, etc. But in chapter 20 last week we saw, he also had given 9 reasons why he should offer Balimaraj. Balimaraj gave 9 reasons to Shukracharya, stating why he should offer 3 pieces of land. And in that we discussed, Balimaraj had rejected his own guru, Shukracharya. Shukracharya had actually saved the life of Balimaraj with the special mantra, Krita Sanjeevani mantra. Although, Shukracharya saved his life, and Shukracharya helped throughout in his life. But here Bali Maharaja rejected Shukracharya, and we discussed quite a lot about how to reject, when to reject a devotee or a spiritual master. Here, Bali Maharaj wants to surrender to Vamandev, who is Vishnu, and Shukracharya is forbidding him. So in that situation, he had rejected. So, and wonderful, thoughts, that Bali Maharaj, statements he made, that anyway, one day I'm going to lose all the wealth. When the body goes, everything goes. So before it leaves me, better use it and give it in charity to Lord Vishnu. So that is better than just anyway, it's going to the possessions. You are saying that I become penniless by giving everything. But anyway, I become penniless one day when all the wealth will be taken away from me by the providence when I leave this body. But let me give it to Lord Vishnu before it leaves me. And it's a very rare chance to actually give in charity to Lord Vishnu and Brahmanas. It's very, very rare. And he says that, sin of lie. Mother Earth said that she can bear the weight of anything except the weight of a liar. So I don't want to be a liar. Mother Earth will not be able to bear my weight. She will not be able to tolerate me. Like this, he had given several statements, and after hearing this, Shukracharya, he became angry, and you think you are more knowledgeable than me? You are my disciple. You think you are more knowledgeable? And saying that, Shukracharya cursed Bali Maharaj, saying that you will lose all your possessions and you will live in the hell. So even after hearing that curse, Bali Maharaj went ahead and, in a proper ritualistic manner, his wife Vindhyavali brought water in a nice pot, and they washed the feet of Vamandev, and they accepted the water that washed the feet of Vamandev, and then officially, um, you know, gave that those three steps of lands in charity. And we had seen how after that Vamandev had expanded uh, um, and um, and occupied everything with two steps. uh, and there was a big description, wonderful description, and this is universal form. mm. Arjuna had seen universal form, and that had been described in the Bhagavad Gita. And here, Bali Maharaj had also seen sitting in, standing in one place. He could see everything right from the bottom, Patala, till the topmost planet, Brahmaloka. Bali Maharaj could see, and Lord had expanded. So from Vaman he became Trivikrama. Hmm? Vikrama, I mentioned. Krama means steps. Vikrama are great steps, joint steps. Um, and three means three. So he became Trivikrama. Hmm? So that's how the hmm, uh, previous chapter ends. So basically, woman they occupying everything with his two steps. So in this chapter, we will see, we will continue the rest. Mm. So I will also ask maybe some devotees to read one or two purports, and there are wonderful lessons we can learn from this chapter. Um, so yeah, at the end of the previous chapter, it was mentioned that Vamandev's foot reached Brahmaloka. So this is what mentioned in the previous chapter. So that's where the chapter ended. So then what happened after the foot of Vamandev had reached Brahmaloka? What happened? Hmm? So um, Brahmaloka is very self-effulgent. Sun will give light uh, to those uh, within the range of from like Bhuloka till Dhruvaloka. That is called, up until Dhruvaloka, it is called heavenly planets. Above Dhruvaloka, we have four planets: hmm, Jana, Tapa, uh, yeah, and Satya. Hmm. Mahar, Jana, Tapa, Satya, four planets. They don't need sunshine. These planets are self-illuminated. They don't require any light because they are above Dhruvaloka, these four planets. And the topmost planet is Brahmaloka. It is very self-effulgent. Everyone is so bright there. Hmm. But however, something wonderful had happened. When Vamandev's foot had reached Brahmaloka, the effulgence of the brightness of Brahmaloka had been reduced by the effulgence of the Lord's toenails. Yeah. Say, for example, I give this example sometime, you know, during the summer, you take a candlelight and you put candlelight outside. The brightness of the candlelight is nothing in front of the brightness coming from the sun. Similarly, the brightness that had emanated from the toenails of Lord Vishnu was so much so that the brightness of Brahmaloka is, has been insignificant compared to the brightness emanated from the toenails of Lord Vishnu. Lord Brahma, other sages like Marichi, other yogis, all seemed insignificant. And various people came to worship the Lord. Um, so, and, Sanat Kumara, four Kumaras were also mentioned. So Lord Brahma worshipped, the feet of Lord Vamana with oblations of water and then offered prayers unto him. So they took the opportunity. Okay, the feet has reached Brahmaloka. Let's take this opportunity to worship the Lord. So many elevated beings, they reside there. In those planets, upper planetary system, they took the opportunity to worship the Lord. So, and it is mentioned that Lord Brahma, with his Kamandalu, he washed the lotus feet of Vamandev. That water became so pure. Then it became Ganges, water of Ganges, and which the water of Ganges will purify the three worlds. So there is a little thing here. Does in the fifth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, it's there is a mention of Ganga descending, Mother Ganges descending to this world. It says that when Vamandev was occupying occupying the entire universe with his left foot, he had pierced the universal covering, and that spiritual water leaked into the universe. That became Ganges, water of Ganges. But here it is said that Lord Brahma, with his Kamandalu, he washed the feet of Vamandev, and that had become that was transformed into water of Ganges. So Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, one of our previous acharya, says that actually it is a combination of these two. The water of Ganges is a combination of two. The water got leaked, and also Lord Brahma also washed the feet. Elsewhere, it is stated that Lord Narayana appeared as the water of Ganges. So Ganges is a combination of these three. Okay, it is the spiritual water that leaked into the universe when Vamandev pierced the spiritual sky. The universal covering. That's one. Second is Brahma washed the feet of Vamandev. That also was transformed into Mother Ganges. And it is also mentioned that, it is the Lord Narayana had actually taken the form of water of Ganges. So Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur says, It is a combination of these three transcendental waters, and thus Ganges is able to purify the three worlds. Hmm? So, so after Lord Vamandev had expanded and occupied everything with his two steps, and after Brahma and other beings offered prayers there, Brahma also had washed the feet of Vamandev. Vamandev. Then Vamandev, he had reduced to his original form, just like Krishna um, showed universal form to Arjuna. And then when Arjuna got completely terrified, as we see in the Bhagavad Gita 11th chapter, and had actually requested Krishna to show him the original form of original two-armed form. So Krishna showed the universal form, Krishna showed the four-armed form, and then at last he showed his two-armed form. After seeing that original form, two-armed form, Arjun became peaceful. And that form is mentioned as Saumya Vapu. Vapu means body. Saumya is very, very sweet and gentle and very beautiful. So similarly, Vamandev had also, as had reduced himself to his original form as a dwarf. So Lord Brahma and other presiding deities of various planetary system, then they started worshipping the Lord. So they collected for worshipping. We collect, water, padya, argya, sandalwood pulp, agaru pulp, incense, lamps, fruits, roots, sprouts. They offered these ingredients, they offered prayers, and they were singing the glorious activities of the Lord, saying, Jai, Jai, all glorious, all glorious. And they also danced and played instruments, sang, and sounded conch shells. They beat kettle drums. In this way, they worshipped Vamandev. That time, our Jambavan, king of bears, so he also joined the ceremony, and he participated. He declared a great festival for Vamandev's victory. Actually, elsewhere it is mentioned that when Vamandev expanded to take the charity to occupy the entire planetary system, that time Jambavan circumambulated him 21 times. So he was so powerful, Jambavan. Jambavan comes in Ramayana, we all know. And then Jambavan also participated in the pastime of Vamandev. Then he also participated. Yeah, he also participated in the pastime of Krishna Leela. That this jewel known as Syamantaka. Satrajit, Satyabhama's father, had received it from sun god, and so his brother Prasena, he wore it. He put, and then he went to the forest for hunting. Lion thought something was very shiny and he wanted to eat the jewel. So he killed Prasena, uh, Satrajit's brother, and lion took it and they entered the cave. But in that cave, Jambavan was there, and Jambavan fought and killed the lion and took the jewel and offered it as a gift to his child as a toy plaything. Of course, Krishna went there to get the money back, this jewel back, and he fought with Jambavan for 27 days in the cave. That so it, and then Jambavan realized that oh, it's my Lord Ramchandra. It is actually mentioned that he had a desire. He saw Lord Ram fighting, on the battlefield, and then he wanted to actually fight with. He had a desire to fight with Lord Ram, but Lord Ram was Maryada Purushottam. Very, he follows the etiquette properly. huh? So that was not possible in the Ram Leela during the Treta Yuga. But Krishna is different, so he fulfilled that desire. Krishna had fulfilled that desire and fought with Jambavan for 27 days. Um, so, the followers of Bali Maharaj, they saw this, that how Vamandev had tricked their master Bali Maharaj and took away everything. They did not like it. They were saying our master Bali Maharaj was very truthful. Actually, that time Bali Maharaj was conducting a sacrifice, fire sacrifice. So, whoever comes to the arena, sacrificial arena, Bali Maharaj was just giving charity like anything. He was very truthful. And they were saying, our master, Bali Maharaj, was very truthful. And however, this Vamandev, Vishnu, so he is a big cheater. Assuming the form of Brahmana, he cheated and he has covered his own form and thus had taken everything. So, and our Bali Maharaj, because he has been initiated into this sacrifice, he's not, he's not fighting. So he is always fixed in truthfulness. So, and therefore, because he is not fighting, it's our duty to protect our master. And, that is the real religion. Protecting our master is the real religion. Saying this, the demonic followers of Bali Maharaj took up their weapons and, rushed towards Vamandev to attack and kill. See the ignorance here. So they saw that they knew it was Lord Vishnu. They saw Lord Vamandev had expanded and showed his universal form and occupied everything within the universe. Yet these demons were thinking, they were thinking that they can attack and kill. So that was their ignorance. However, Bali Maharaj said, come on, you should stop. But however, Bali Maharaj was saying, they did not listen initially. And the associates of Lord Vishnu, mm, they were there. Nanda, Sunanda, Jaya, Vijaya, Prabhala, Bhala, Kumuda, Vishwaksena, Garuda, Jayanta, uh, Satvata, various associates of Lord Vishnu. They were very, very powerful. Uh, and they started attacking the demons who approached to attack Lord Vamandev. And Balimara saw some of these soldiers were being killed by the associates of Lord Vishnu. And then he said, please stop it, stop immediately. Time is not in our favor. So this is one important point. So if you go back a few chapters, Bali Maharaj had actually now he is occupying the heavenly planets. So Bali Maharaj and his associates had driven away the demigods from the heavenly planets. When the demigods saw Bali Maharaj equipped with various weapons, uh, coming towards the heavenly planets, they did not even offer any challenge. They simply fled. That was the situation, because Bali Maharaj had appeared very, very powerful. And Indra simply took advice from his spiritual master, and his spiritual master said, time is not in our favor. Don't do anything. Just don't even offer any challenge. Just flee. That's it. Nothing. You will not be able to win the battle. So Bali Maharaj remembered that. Time was in our favor that time. But presently, time is not in our favor. Hmm? And so he forbade the demons. Uh, mm, so Prabhupada writes here like sometimes patience is required. If we to achieve, to accomplish any activity, there are 5 factors that are required. Daivam Chaivatra Panchamam. The ultimate factor is the Supreme Lord. So even if you endeavor, but if Lord does not want you to accomplish the task, you will not be able to do it. So Daivam Chaivatra Panchamam. So Lord's hand will be there. When Lord sanctions, we will be able to accomplish that. So Bali Maharaj knows this very well. Yes, Lord Vishnu is on the side of, he had taken the side of the demigods. So Daiva, the Daiva is not in our favor now. Providence is not in our favor. Providence is in favor of the demigods. So better keep quiet. So no use of fighting. Better leave. And so that way, the associates of Lord Vishnu had sent all the demons back to the lower planetary system. Yeah. So after that, when the sacrifice, this entire incident happened in between, in between the sacrifice was going on. While the sacrifice was going on, Vamandev came and had asked for charity. Mm, So after this they continued their sacrifice, and on the day of Somapana, after the sacrifice was finished, it is said that when the sacrifice, when one finishes the sacrifice, you get somras. This is what they drink on the heavenly planets, somras. Hmm? Soma is moon. Uh, Rasa means it's a juice. Uh, so when Bali Maharaj had completed his sacrifice, and that is the day when the Somapana uh, came out. On the day, Garuda, understanding the desire of the master, his master, arrested Bali Maharaj with ropes of Varuna. So that means there was a little bit of time. Hmm? Because Lord allowed Bali Maharaj to complete his sacrifice. He did not immediately arrest. Hmm? And who arrested? Lord did not arrest, but Garuda arrested. How Garuda knows everything. So it is the wish of the master. He knows the mood and desire of the master. Knowing the desire of his master, uh, um, so Garuda arrested Bali Maharaja with the ropes of Varuna. Hmm? So here, a little purport. Garuda, the constant companion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, knows the confidential part of the Lord's desire. Yeah. Okay. So here comes an important point. Bali Maharaja's tolerance and devotion were undoubtedly super excellent. Why did Garuda arrest? Prabhupada writes in the purport. Garuda arrested Bali Maharaj to show the entire universe the greatness of King's tolerance. So this is a very important point when I was reading. So I made a note of that. Garuda arrested Bali Maharaj to show the entire universe the greatness of King's tolerance. Unless you are tested, how can you demonstrate yourself that you are tolerant? So you should be tested. Why did Garuda arrest her? You have to arrest to show that Bali Maharaj can endure this challenge. You have to be tested. And the bigger you are, the bigger the test is. We don't give a PhD test to a UKG student or LKG student. The bigger you are, the bigger the test is. Hmm? So Prabhupada writes, that's important point. So actually Garuda arrested to show the universe the greatness of King's tolerance. Hmm? Actually, when Bali Maharaj was arrested, there was a great roar of lamentation in all directions throughout the upper and lower planetary system universe. Huh? Roar of lamentation. Oh, what kind, why is Lord Vishnu testing Bali Maharaj like this? He had given everything, he had lost everything. He went against the order of his own spiritual master. Uh, Yet, you know, you arrest him, and there was a great lamentation. And hmm, so Vamandev spoke to Bali Maharaj after he was arrested by Garuda. Bali Maharaj had lost all body luster, but he was nonetheless fixed in his determination. Okay. Lalita Preeti, are you there? Can you read this purport? Because you wanted to read something.
Yes, I will. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. When one is bereft of all his possessions, he is certainly reduced in bodily luster. But although Bali Maharaja had lost everything, he was fixed in his determination to satisfy Vamanadeva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In Bhagavad Gita, such a person is called Sthita Prajna. A pure devotee is never deviated from the service of the Lord, despite all difficulties and impediments offered by the illusory energy. Generally, men who have wealth and opulence are famous, but Bali Maharaja became famous for all time by being deprived of all his possessions. This is the special mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead toward his devotees. The Lord says, Yasyaham anugrahnami harishye taddanam shanaihi. As the first installment of his special favor, the Lord takes away all the possessions of his devotee. A devotee, however, is never disturbed by such a loss. He continues his service, and the Lord amply rewards him beyond the expectations of any common man.
Thank you. So this is a beautiful purport. So if you want to make a note of the verse number, it's text 28, chapter 21, 8th canto, chapter 21, text 28 purport. So here, something nice had been mentioned in the purport. He had lost everything, but he was fixed in determination. This is called Sthita Prajna. Prajna means intelligence, and Sthita means stable. So when we are put into difficulty, we get disturbed. Our prajna gets disturbed. Our intelligence gets disturbed. We lose discrimination. We lose discrimination in difficult times, in challenging times. But here, Prabhupada writes that Bali Maharaj, he did not lose his discrimination. He did not lose his power of discrimination. His intelligence was stable. He was fixed in determination. Is someone trying to say something? Okay. So Prabhupada mentioned another very interesting point. Generally, people who have wealth and opulence, they become famous. Rich people are generally rich and talented people. They become famous. Prabhupada writes here, in contrary, Bali Maharaj became very famous by being deprived of all his possessions. So he became famous in the other way, being deprived of his possessions. This is the special mercy of the Lord to his devotees. And when Lord wants to show his special favor, and he takes everything. Yasyaham anugruhnami arishye taddanam shanai. Prabhupada often quotes this famous verse that this is a special favor. Don't worry, Lord will not take away anything from us because we are not on that level yet. For Prabhupada also writes several times, Prabhupada, when he met his spiritual master in 1922, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj ordered Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, to preach in English to the English-speaking world. And Prabhupada mentions that, he thought that let me, make some good money, and then I will use that for preaching. And he tried his level best. We all know that how clever Prabhupada was. He was very intelligent when it comes to business, dealing with people. So good. But yet, Krishna's mercy, because of Krishna's mercy, he was not successful. So he actually became a penniless Prabhupada. He didn't have enough money. So Krishna had taken away everything from Prabhupada. We discussed this in the previous chapter also. And then Krishna gave everything back. So we mentioned that Krishna tested Prabhupada twice, taking away everything, and then Prabhupada did not lose his determination. He was fixed in his devotion. And after that, Krishna gave him too much. When there was too much also, Prabhupada didn't get disturbed. He was still fixed in determination. There are two things. When we lose our opulences or our possessions, we will go away from Krishna. When we get too much wealth also sometimes, yes, because I have so much, then I don't need Krishna. So Prabhupada was tested twice. We are talking about Bali Maharaj. Prabhupada was talking about Bali Maharaj, but let's also remember Prabhupada in this connection. He was tested twice, but he is never disturbed. He continued to serve the Lord. Yes, we know Kunti Maharani. Pandavas were tested, but they did not lose. They never got disturbed, and they continue to serve the Lord. So that's important point that we have to remember. So Vamandev says, you promised me 3 steps of land, but I've occupied the entire universe with my 2 steps. And now think about where should I put my 3rd step? So I've occupied, with 1 step, I've occupied Burloka, and with my body, I've occupied the entire sky, and in your presence, with my 2nd step, I've occupied the upper planetary system. Because you've been unable to give charity according to your promise, the rule is that you should go down to hell. You should go down to live in the hellish planets. So Vamandev says this, because you could not make your promise, you could not keep your promise. You have to go and live in the hellish planet. So we will read this purport also. It's a wonderful purport. Anybody would like to read this purport? I can't see your hand. Lakshman Prabhu, go on. 1 second, 1 second. This is a famous verse. I'll recite. So basically, Vamandev said, you could not keep your promise. You should go and live in the hell. So this is the purport, Prabhupada. This is a famous verse. नारायण परा सर्वे न कुतश्चन बिभ्यति स्वर्गापवर्ग नरकेष्व अपि तुल्यार्थदर्शिनः लक्ष्मण प्रभु
Devotees solely engaged in the devotional services of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, never fear any condition of life. For them, the heavenly planets, the liberation, and the hellish planets are all the same. For such devotees are interested only in the service of the.
1 second. Did you all hear? For devotees, pure devotees, for them, heavenly planets, liberation, hellish, everything is same. Because wherever they think of the Lord. Doesn't matter whether they live in the hell or heaven or elsewhere. It does not matter for them. They see them equally. Hmm. This is apitulya artha darshana. Tulya means equal, like that. Hmm. So please continue, Prabhu.
A devotee engaged in the service of Narayana is always in equilibrium. A devotee actually lives transcendentally. Although he may appear to have gone to hell or heaven, he does not live in either place. Rather, he always lives in Vaikuntha. Sagunan
Samachityaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate.
Vamanadeva asked Bali Maharaja to go to the hellish planets, apparently just to show the entire universe how tolerant he was. And Bali Maharaja did not hesitate to carry out the order. A devotee does not live alone. Of course, everyone lives with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But because the devotee is engaged in his service, he actually does not live in any material condition. Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, um, Kita, jan, kita janma hoy yata tuya dasa. Thus he prays to take birth as an insignificant insect in the association of devotees. Because devotees are engaged in the service of Lord, anyone who lives with them also lives in Vaikuntha.
Thank you, Prabhu. So this is wonderful purport. Again, if you want to make a note, this is text 32. So here, when Vamandev said to Bali Maharaj that you had broken your promise, you could not keep up your promise, so you have to go and live in the hell. So to that, Prabhupada writes this beautiful purport. The devotee is happy to live everywhere, anywhere. For them, heavenly planets, hellish or Vaikuntha or liberation is same because they are wherever they are pure devotees, they serve the Lord. Hmm. That's it. When you serve the Lord, that's Vaikuntha. Hmm. And so here Prabhupada writes another statement. Vamandev asked Bali Maharaja to go to the hellish planets, apparently just to show the entire universe how tolerant he was. Bali Maharaj did not hesitate to carry out the order. This is an important point. Just to show the universe that how tolerant Bali Maharaj was. Bali Maharaj didn't didn't say anything. I gave you everything. You are sending me to the hell. Interesting. Uh, um, so this is here. Purport Acharya says that actually Vaman Dev is showing the world. This is how my pure devotees act. They don't they just obey my orders. They satisfy me. Mm. So right, and So this is how this chapter ends. Um, hmm. so, so in summary, uh, in previous chapter, it had been mentioned that with his, second step, he occupied the upper planetary system and his toe, uh, his foot had reached Brahmaloka. And this chapter um, gives what happened the after the foot of Vamandev had reached Brahmaloka. So it was so bright uh, that the effulgence coming from the toenail reduced the effulgence of Brahmaloka. Although Brahmaloka was self-illuminating, mm, it became nothing. It became insignificant, even Brahma and other beings. So Brahma took this opportunity, approached with other elevated beings who live on the higher planetary system, upper planetary system, and washed the feet of the Lord. Took the opportunity nicely, and that water was transformed into Ganges. And we talked about that Ganges is a combination of these three things. One is that you know the covering of the universe also got pierced, and some of the spiritual water from Karna ocean got leaked in. That is one, and this water that washed the feet. And another one is that Narayana himself had incarnated in the form of Ganges. So Ganges is combination of these three. Therefore, it has the ability to purify the three worlds. Just as Ganges purifies the three worlds, similarly, Harikatha will also purify three varieties of people. Vasudeva Katha Prashna Purusham Strini Punatihi Vaktaram Prachakam Shrotrims Tatpada Salilam Yatha. Just as Ganges, water of Ganges purifies the three world, upper, middle, and lower. Similarly, Vasudeva Katha Prashna, Vasudeva Katha, Harikatha will also purify three varieties of people. Vaktaram, the person who speaks, Prachakam, the person who asks, and Shrotrim, whoever hears, they all get the same benefit, equal benefit. And sometimes, if the speaker doesn't have the right attitude, the listeners get more benefit. Hmm? You know, yes, I don't want to divert there, but anyway, so we are talking about Ganges. And yeah, after that, Lord Vamandev had reduced himself to his original Vamandev, a dwarf size. And Brahma and other beings, they collected various paraphernalia. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayaschati tadaham bhakti uparutamashnaami prayatatmanaha. Fruit, flower, leaf, water, uh, anything is offered with devotion is accepted. They collected various ingredients, they offered to the Lord, they worshipped, they offered prayers. They went back their home, and Jambavan was also mentioned. He participated in this worship. It had actually mentioned elsewhere that he had circumambulated the Lord when Lord was occupying the entire universe. 21 times he circumambulated. And yeah, so after that, the associates of Bali Maharaj, they became upset that Vamandev had cheated their master and took away everything. And they said that we have to, protect our master. So we have to do justice to our master, saying that they try to, they attack, they were trying to attack Vamandev, but the associates of Vamandev, Lord Vishnu, Nanda, Sunanda, Jaya, Vijaya, Garuda, Vishwaksena, they all simply attacked these demons and killed some of them also, and threatened. Uh, and after that, these demons, were sent back to the lower planetary system. Bali Maharaj actually forbade them not to do so. And he mentioned about the time factor. Earlier, time factor was on our side, but now the time factor is on the side of on the side of demigods. So better keep quiet, like that. And after this thing, so on the day of Somapana, after the sacrifice had completed, Garuda arrested Bali Maharaj, understanding the desire of his master Vamandev. And why did Garuda arrest? It is mentioned, um, just to hmm, just to show, the greatness of King's tolerance. Hmm. Um, so he arrested, and Prabhupada mentioned, even though he was arrested, he lost everything and he was arrested, yet he was fixed in devotion. This is devotee. This is a devotee. This is Tita Prajna. His intelligence was never disturbed. Hmm. And Prabhupada also mentioned that Lord's tests his pure devotees by taking away everything they have. And after he was arrested by Garuda, Lord spoke to Bali Maharaj and said that you did not keep up your promise. With two, you said that you would give me 3 steps of land, but with 2 steps I had taken everything. So you could not keep up your promise because because of this, according to the rules, scriptural injunctions, you must go and live in the hell for some time. Hmm? And Prabhupada writes in that beautiful purport that for a devotee, Narayana parasarve nakutaschana bibhyati svargapavarga narakesha pitulyartha darshanaha. For a devotee, heaven, hell, and liberation, they are all equal. And Bali Maharaj became famous, being deprived of possessions and wealth. Usually, people become famous uh, having because of having opulences and wealth. Bali Maharaj became famous the other way. Um, why did he do that, Vamandev? Because just to show the world, uh, that hmm, um, how tolerant he was. This is what Prabhupada writes. Vamandev asked Bali Maharaj to go to the hellish planets just to show the entire universe how tolerant he was. And Bali Maharaj did not hesitate to carry out the order. So this is how this chapter ends, and we will continue our discussion next Thursday, Krishna willing, Vamandev willing. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Yes, Lalita Preeti, please go ahead.
This is the when Bali Maharaja lost, um, Svarga Pavarga Narakeshu Apitulyasta Darshana. Whether we are lost or whether we have anything, if we have devotional service, how it is possible when there is physical and mental pain to be fixed in It's easy and comfort when the weather is comfortable. It's easier to sit in the room and think about Krishna. But if it is we are stuck in a frozen place, or if it is when it is too hot, it's difficult. And in Naraka, in the hell, it will be even worse. So how it is really possible? That's my first question. And the second question is, when Bali Maharaja lost everything, his wife was, you know, she didn't give up and go away. He's such a fool. I'm not queen anymore or anything. So that in the current world, if the job is gone, health is gone, money is gone, relationships break down, or even sometimes when everything is there, it doesn't go well. So what can we do to train the how to be how to live in a religious life as dharma pati and dharma patni.
You are testing me by asking these questions. Right. Okay. Yeah. So in the last session, I mentioned, if you remember well, so if you want to achieve something, you have to sacrifice something. Mm. And without that, great things do not come easily, cheaply. I mentioned this in the previous class also. So Bali Maharaj was such a great person. No, is it easy that anybody can become a great devotee? No, he became great because he had
Even to become a devotee, it takes thousands of.
yes. So yes, because pure devotees, can we ask like that, like Kunti Maharani, give me more miseries, more
No,
calamities? We are not in that level. But Kunti Maharani, was she joking? Was she kidding? No, she was serious when she asked for that. She was at a different level. So these are some of the lessons for us. We may not be, for us, it's difficult, definitely. Um, and Lord will not test you. If you can't handle that, Lord will not test you, definitely. So Bali Maharaj could handle it, he was tested. So that's one thing. And secondly, about your question about it's relates to preaching, basically Bhagavad Dharma. That's Prabhupada's mission, that we all should learn. We have to put life jacket on us and then protect someone else. Put the life jacket on others as well. So um, this Bhagavatam is very essential that we should read and practice. Hmm? शृण्वतः श्रद्धया नित्यं गृणतश्च स्वचेष्टितं कालेन नातिदीर्घेन भगवान् विशते हृदि. We have to hear with faith, hear regularly, and then we also have to take the matter seriously. When we hear, we should introspect. uh, how, what am I doing? What is Bhagavatam? What does Bhagavatam says? But what am I doing? So introspect and then give it to others. It's a preaching mission you are talking about. Hmm? But Prabhupada, just imagine, it's difficult. Definitely, it's difficult. Prabhupada could achieve to some extent, right? He could achieve. So Prabhupada once said in one of the purports that even if 2% of world population becomes devotees, my mission is more than successful, like that. If I had Prabhupada not tried, not many of us, not so many people around the world would not have got this chance. So it's a preaching mission that we should continue. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna, any other points, any other comments? Otherwise, we can close this session. It's nearly 8:15. Okay, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Bali Maharaj ki jai, Vaman Dev ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Thank you.
Prabhuji.